Good morning guys, today I'm going to do a get ready with me. It's going to be the chocolate smoky eye look that I posted on Instagram like about 2 weeks ago. So I've got, whoa, I just felt like banging my ring on there. Okay, I've got my green tea, we're ready to go. I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer and we will get started. Alright, so in the morning before doing a makeup look, I like to do a lip exfoliator, so I'll use this one from Red Apple Lipstick. This is their exfoliate stick, and you just apply it just like a lipstick, and then you rub it in, and then you can wipe it off. And then I'll apply their Ralley Balm right afterwards. And have you ever noticed how some lip balms actually dry your lips out and they kind of have more of a waxy feeling? Yeah, this is the opposite. This actually melts into the lips like butter and really moisturizes as well. And then for an eye primer, I'm using Mineral Fusion's Smoothing Eye Primer. And I'll apply that from my lash line to the brow. And for eyeshadows, I'm going to be using Gabriel Cosmetics eyeshadow singles. I'm going to start with this one in the color Bone. And so I'm going to use one of my Eco Tools brushes. This is just kind of a fluffy blending brush. And so I'll just apply that all over my lid as basically just a base, all the way up to the brow bone. I like to use this as a base when I'm using matte eyeshadows so they don't stick to my oily lids and end up patchy. Next I'm going to use the color Sable, which is a very soft kind of taupey, almost light brown kind of color. And I'm going to apply this with the full eyeshadow brush from Eco Tools, and all the brushes I'm using this morning are Eco Tools. And I'm going to apply that Sable all across my lid, just avoiding that most inner corner part. I'm going to take it into the crease and even onto the lower brow bone portion of my eye. And then once it's sort of the shape that you want, then I go ahead and switch brushes and start blending it out. Right now I'm using the Airbrush Concealer Brush from Eco Tools. And then to start deepening up the look, I'm going to take Chocolate Brown from Gabriel Cosmetics, and it's a real rich matte chocolate brown. I love this color. So I'm going to take one of the Eco Tools double-ended or dual-ended brushes and just use that little flat shader brush side to work the chocolate brown into the outer V area and then along the lash line. And then I'll switch to a clean blending brush to buff out that edge. For eyeliner, I'm using 100% pure creamy long last liner in the color Blackest, and this is a nice creamy black eyeliner. It goes on really smooth and easily without tugging. For this look, I don't want the eyeliner to be really standing out too much, so I just like to do a baby wing, and then I'll go ahead and smudge it out with a smudger brush just to soften the line and make sure there's no hard edge on the eyeliner, and also to help work it into the lashes. And the next eyeshadow I'm going to use is Aubergene from Gabriel Cosmetics, and this is a rich chocolate plummy brown. It's a really nice rich matte color, and so I'm going to use that same smudger brush that we just used on the eyeliner, and I'm just going to dip into that and apply it right along that edge of the eyeliner. And it's just going to give it a little more depth and a little more interest than just using just the plain, you know, chocolate brown tones by themselves, just because it has that little bit of the plumminess and it kind of just spices things up a little bit. And then I just switch sides of that dual-ended brush to the blending side, and I'm just blending that out and make sure there's no harsh lines. And then if I feel I lost any of the brightness at the inner corner or at the front part of the lid, then I'll just add a little bit more of that bone color there and just kind of blend that into it and brighten it back up again. And I want a little bit of shimmer at the inner corner, so I'm going to use Zuzu Luxe Platinum eyeshadow, and this is a really gorgeous, like very pale shimmery tone. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on this tiny little Eco Tools brush and just dot that right at the inner corner. And I'll also add just a touch of platinum right at that high point of the arch of the brow. And then for the lower lash line, I'm going to take a little of that Sable on just this flat edge brush and just add that along the lashes. And then also a little of that chocolate brown, and I'll just work that right into the lash line. And then I'll just take a Q-tip and just kind of sharpen up that edge a bit, and then if there's any fallout, just brush that away. And then for mascara, this is one of my favorites. This is Pacifica Stellar Gaze. This is their Length and Strength Mineral Mascara in Supernova. Supernova is the rich black one. They also have a brown one called Stardust. And for an under eye concealer, this is one of my favorites. 100% pure long last concealer with Superfruits. This is in the color Golden Peach. And For face, I'd usually just use like a facial lotion with an SPF like this, Andalou Naturals Daily Defense. This is one of my favorites. Also, Andalou Naturals BB All-in-One Beauty Balm. This has a sheer tint and it has SPF 30. So usually I just grab one of those first thing in the morning and put that on, and then I'll be done with it. But since I'm on camera, I like putting on like more makeup, and it's just fun to like get ready with you guys, like do a full face of makeup. But it's not something that I do every single day. So it's more like a special occasion kind of thing, but I consider you guys a special occasion for sure. So I'll go ahead and just put on the beauty balm with the sheer tint. It is very sheered, so it's not going to give you a whole lot of coverage, just enough to help even out the complexion just a little bit. My favorite concealer for face has definitely been this Mineral Fusion Duo Concealer, and I have the color in Warm. They also have Cool and Neutral. I love that it's a duo color concealer, so you have two different colors there to work with to customize it to your skin, and also it works great to cover up, you know, old acne spots that haven't faded yet, or around the nose if you get a little bit of redness, or even hyperpigmentation. For brows, I'm using Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Taupe. And I'm going to add a little bit of powder too, just to help set everything and kind of tone down any shininess under the bright lights. It's always hard for me to tell if I'm like super shiny on camera or not, but with the bright lights on me, I figure it's probably better to use a little bit of powder. So I'm applying Becca Perfect Skin Mineral Powder, and this is in the color Noisette, and I like to use this big bronzer brush from EcoTools. It reminds me a lot of actually the Tarte airbrush, I think they call it. It's like the same sort of shape, and it just works really well as a buffer brush. And then for bronzer, I'm using Zuzu Luxe in the shade D28. This is the golden tone one. And so I'll just take a little of that on my EcoTools fan brush and just hit like right at the top of the forehead, hollows of the cheeks. And then this is one of my favorite blushes. This is 100% pure in the color Pretty Naked. It is gorgeous. It is such a natural flush, and it's just a beautiful, really nudie kind of blush. And it actually reminds me a little bit of Tarte Exposed, except the vegan version of it, you know? My favorite highlighter has been Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. This looks so gorgeous and glowy and dewy on the skin, so I'll just add a little bit at the tops of the cheekbones, and then I'll take a tiny bit on my finger and just run it down the bridge of the nose. And then for lips, I'm just wiping off that Ralley balm that I put on earlier, and then I'm going to use Zuzu Luxe lip liner in the shade Innocence. And this is a really gorgeous kind of dusty mauvey nude color, and it's kind of a neutral tone, so it works really well with a lot of different shades and tones of nude lipsticks. And then I just recently discovered this lipstick in my health food store. It's Mineral Fusion in the color Nude, and it is beautiful. This is now one of my favorite nudes, and I think Mineral Fusion just came out with this color, so it's a brand new one. If you get a chance, definitely check it out. Alright, now it's time to get my hair under control. I have not done it yet this morning, so time to fire up the flat iron. This is my Seductress, Sultra Seductress flat iron that I use every morning just to kind of fix any crazy like cowlicks right around the frame of my face from sleeping. Alright guys, so those are some of my favorite vegan and cruelty-free products for doing a chocolate smoky eye as of lately. So I hope you enjoyed the look. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I'm gonna let you go now, and I hope to see you in the next video. And if you guys have any favorite vegan or cruelty-free makeup brands, then definitely feel free to share in the comments below. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Love you. Have a fantastic week, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Good morning, guys. Today, oops, are we? We're gonna get the mic facing me, for goodness sakes. Otherwise, it's like gonna be listening over there.